Let's move to our next client today, Marvin. Just inviting Marvin's guides and angels to join us now. Please let me know when you're ready to proceed.
We are ready.
Wonderful. Let's begin with a body scan today for Marvin. Scanning through the body and let me know what areas we need to address for him.
His mind, his heart, his feet,
What's happening with the mind?
he is like a computer. He is putting it all in and processing it. And then that is creating a new question. And then he's doing it again and again and again. And he is expanding so quickly he can hardly keep up with his own thoughts. What about this? What about that? Well, this makes sense, but that doesn't make sense. How do I tie these two understandings together? And he is trying to get his human mind to understand the vastness of it all. He is a little puzzle keeper. He is finding all of the pieces and putting all the pieces into the big, vast puzzle of the universe. And then when he doesn't have a piece to put in the puzzle, he goes on a hunt for it. Okay, I would like this puzzle piece. And he is hoping that someday soon he will finish that puzzle and he will see the whole picture and see what makes up the puzzle and how it works and what it looks like and where it's from, and on and on. He is inquisitive, this one. He is so excited about the wonders of the world, of the universes, of all. His mind does not rest.
And how about that heart? What do you see there?
He is soul searching for himself. He likes to know how it all fits, but he also would like to know where he fits in the puzzle. He wants to put his puzzle piece in too. His heart is reaching for answers for his own soul as well. It is excited. It is wondering. It is looking just like his mind, but his heart is for himself. It is wanting to feel solidified in who he is so that he may further help others. It is a gift to others when he knows more about his own soul. So he is trying to do it all for himself and for others.
And what about the feet? What do you see there?
We threw this in for fun. We see him running. His soul is sprinting. Some souls on earth are barely walking, just learning to walk, just barely grasping how to walk. Some souls are walking at a brisk pace. Some souls are just learning to jog, and it's creaky and it takes some training. This soul is sprinting. He is fast. He is one of the fastest runners there. He runs laps around the rest, so to speak. We just threw that in there for imagery, for this is what his soul feels like to us.
So what would you like Marvin to know today about where he's headed and the expansion of his soul. It's important for him to know.
The most important thing for the soul to know is that it's for fun. He needs to remember it's for fun. He needs to remember to have fun while doing the race, because all of the questions and understandings can feel heavy sometimes. It can feel like a job. We do not wish for his existence to feel like a job as he helps others awaken. We wish for his existence to feel light and playful. So we want him to remember that while he is running this race of life, that he can stop sometimes and take a break. He can sit back in the sun and have some lemonade. He can relax. It does not have to be so much work if he does not choose, for he is so far ahead. He has nothing to worry about. He just needs to enjoy the last leg of the race, for that is why he decided to stay.
Wonderful. And who do we have with us today to bring through Marvin's messages?
We are here as his Pleiadian team of light. We also feel the Syrians are present. So we have a lot showing up now. It's like a door opened and they all decided to come join us for this. The Octurians showed up right away. The Andromedans showed up. Orion is here. Well, we could probably name these for eternity. The Earth beings are here. The Earth, let's just ask. They show us a picture for his understanding. The incarnated Earth people that had walked the Earth are here for messages, we suppose. There are many, Marvin. Many are here for you today. They all have light that they would like to share with you. We will gather all together to allow you to have the understandings that you wish today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. All right. So let's dive into his first question. He says, I feel I have biblical connections with Daniel, Moses, David, and Jesus. He says, Casey applied that, I'm sorry, let me repeat that. Casey implied that he and I knew each other during the time that Jesus walked the earth. What can you tell me?
We are looking for what your soul wishes to know. You are, we will try to describe this to your liking today. It is a mirror now, as it was then, if you want to say then, during the transitional state of Earth. You had known of these prophets of God's word. You were a prophet as well. You were there to bring the understanding to the earth as they were, just as you are now. It is a mirror. It is a cycle. It is an ending to what you began. You were involved in the bringing of the new consciousness to Earth, as were they from the stars. You are all star people, if you want to call yourselves that. You were gifts from the stars, from higher dimensional spaces, to incarnate into the human vessels, to bring the higher consciousness to Earth, to start the process of the higher consciousness on Earth. And now you have all chosen to incarnate again from the stars, to allow Earth the higher consciousness it needs to ascend herself. You are the same now as you were then. It is a mere reflection for Earth, for her. She has finished her cycle, and it is time. That is what you and the others had brought to the Earth to be known. The prophecies of what was to come for Earth and Earth's people. And you are back again to do the same. You are all there again, embodied as an Earth consciousness of God for Earth, for the humans, for the souls to awaken. It is the same. It is a mirroring, for the cycle is now completing. You are finishing the process to awaken those who need you today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. And his next question, he wants to know if you can elaborate on imprints. And can we get imprints after birth? And also, if we wanted to add them after we are grown, how would we go about that? What can you share?
What you are referring to as imprints are understandings of others' experiences through their incarnations, through their emotions, through their realities in which they existed in, to allow you to have that full understanding without having to have that incarnation. You are allowed this gift at any time. You are also in charge of what you allow to have the full imprint of. Your soul is allowed the choosing before incarnating, and you are guided with all of our help to choose the best informational imprints to guide you on your journey as a soul, to allow for you to have the understanding of what the souls before you have discovered, have understood, have gained the knowing of for that existence within that realm. For every realm holds its own information, and it can be shared between you at any time. This is your gift to one another, for we are all one. We are not separate. We are sharing amongst ourselves as one being of God. So you are able to choose which imprint, as you call it, that you wish to experience for yourself, for your soul, unless you are wishing to experience and learn and gain the knowledge yourself. Or if you were to gather all of the imprints and all of the knowings of all of the souls that have experienced within that realm, you were to imprint yourself with all of those, you would not need to experience any of life's existences, for you will hold the understanding of it all at the same time. So you are in control of which you choose to gather and which you choose not to. For your soul is always wanting to expand itself and to experience its own reality in its own time in order to have its own experience or growth for all in a new way, for only you can experience your reality in the way that you wish to experience it, and no one else ever can experience it in the exact same way. So you are in control of what realities you allow imprinted into your soul and which ones you do not. For you wish to expand your soul always. This is the gift that we have all been given, the need and the want and the desire to expand and to experience through our own knowing.
So, are the imprints, if you wanted to tap into the soul of another and bring forward that information, is that done only at the soul level, at the soul request? Or is that something that if Marvin wanted to tap in to another being, that he could make that physical request?
This imprint informational light is available at the soul level in the book of records. For if a soul has not finished their experience, their existence, it is not available for those to know. For it has not completed its existence, and it is not held within the records until it is finalized. Your soul may choose from the book if you want to say. Let us find an example for your mind. This is not a great example, we are sorry, but it will give you something to grasp, more tangible. Think of one of your cookbooks. You show us you have cooks who like to create. They like to create from their imagination recipes of new, good tasting foods. And they experiment with these foods as they make new recipes. And they taste the foods and say, that was not right, let me tweak it. And they keep doing that until they find the perfect balance of the ingredients to make the perfect tasting outcome. And when they decide it is finalized, it is done, they are not going to tweak it, then it goes into a book. They write it as a true recipe. This is my recipe for which I understand to be perfect and balanced. This is what I deemed was balanced and perfect for this outcome. And Though it may not be someone else's experience of what is perfect, others have their own recipes for the same foods. Theirs is in the book, so that others may pull the book off the shelf and look at it, and they can look at the experience of the recipe, so to speak, and the balance of the ingredients, and they can say, yes, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to use to experience. And they use the exact recipe to experience. But there are millions of different balances and recipes for that exact same food. And so your soul gets the opportunity to choose the recipes that it wishes to take with it. But it is a soul choosing, but it is a soul is in the process of making a recipe, so to speak. Still, you cannot tap into that soul's experience just yet. It is not finished. The recipe has not been written. So it cannot be taken from that soul in physical incarnation. It has to be written, has to be finalized into the finished cookbook, so to speak. Does that clarify or make it more confusing?
Yes, I think that was wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Well, his next question, he says, will you give us a short history on backdrop people from conception into a grown person? For how long? And how human? What can you share about that concept that was brought through by Dolores?
There are many ways we could go with this understanding. We will start with one, and you can allow us to know if this is helpful to your human mind understanding. What you are understanding as backdrop people are people. We will use these terms. It is hard to not use your human terms. People who exist, but not in your direct reality. So if you are walking down the street and you see many people around you, they are in your reality, yes, but they are not real yet to you, for you are not choosing to experience them. Your reality is only those you wish to interact with. Then they are real to you. You will stop and talk to a neighbor. You have allowed that soul to be real in your reality. It is not as much of a question of if they are real as you would like to think of them, but more so what is real to you. Only that which is in your reality is what you perceive as real. You could say nothing is real. You could say all is real. It is your perception at that time in your reality. So therefore, the people that you are not bringing into your reality and allowing them to be real at that time do not exist to you. They may exist to others. Let us try to give an example outside of this, for the terms make it confusing. Oh, we will use this example we found. For you, Marvin, the Pleiadians are real. We are real. Why? Because you can perceive us correctly. you can interpret our vibration. We are within your scope of reality. Now, go ask another human being on Earth who does not understand life outside of Earth. It is outside their scope of vibrational reality. You will say, do you know the Pleiadians? They will say, what are you talking about? You say, you know, those other beings who live on another planet, dimension. They will say, are you talking about aliens? You will say, I guess so. And they will say, no, I don't believe in aliens. You will say, but they exist. And they will say, I don't think so. I think that is sci-fi. They're making it up because it does not exist in their vibrational reality at that time. But can that change? Yes. So the people that you are perceiving as backdrop people cannot exist in your reality because of their vibrational frequency. It is not a match for their vibrational frequency. You can only retain within your own reality what is a match for your vibration. And therefore, the others cannot be brought to your forefront and allowed to be what you are considering real, for they are not a match for your vibration. So they will be in the background. They will be the backdrop people until either they are a match for you or you to them, both. It has to both occur. You will also find that as you raise your vibration, people that used to be a vibrational match to you will fall out of your reality. Why? I don't know. I stopped talking to that person, you say. I don't know what happened to them. I used to be friends with them. They disappeared. They just kind of disappeared from my reality. They are no longer a vibrational match. You can no longer see one another as real, or you do not exist outside of your own reality vibrational system. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you for that. His next question, he says, God exhales and the Big Bang begins. It goes as far as it can into the void, and then God inhales and it all comes back to God. How many times has God done this cycle? Each time God does this, his breath and creations go deeper and deeper into the void. Where do we stand in the current cycle? Exhale or inhale? What can you share?
We enjoy your visualization today, Marvin. We are assessing the energy of your question for your understanding. We will paint the picture as you have painted it for us. We will show you. You are correct when you say deeper it goes every time, every experience into the void, the darkness, correct? Deeper and deeper to experience oneself. God allows this to occur, for he always knows that it will be brought back to the light. It is an experience for all to understand through and expand through. As you all on earth are feeling now, these scales have tipped very, very far into the void. It is a beautiful thing, for it will flip soon enough. We are assessing the point we are on currently for your mind. We are gathering this from all for There is not one answer, it is a perception. Collectively, we have decided our answer for your mind will be the almost to the tip of the exhale, Marvin. He has a little bit more breath to exhale. 4 more of the darkness needs to be seen. More of the darkness needs to be unveiled. It needs to show itself so that all may know. All may have the knowing of the lie of the dark. So it is not all exposed into the void yet, but we are close. We are so close. And you will see events occur that feel like we are dipping deeper into this void, and that is correct because it has to be so. It has to be so for it all to be uncovered. And when the tipping point has been reached, he will take a large inhale again, for all of life's and God's beautiful souls will be pulled up out of the void into the light once again. And all will get to see the light and feel the light again. It is your reward for allowing Source to bring you to that void, but also for you to bring the light to the void, for the exposure that needs to occur. The inhale will feel so nice. To you all, it will be the breath that you've all been waiting for. It will be the relief that you've all been praying for. It is coming, and it will be grand. As for how many times, we will ask amongst us. Let us see if we can gather any information here. We are given many answers for this, for there is not one. First, we would like to show you the picture we received from Source, that it is a swirl, it is a spiral, it is infinite. There is no start line or finish line. There are not pegs on the road showing the times, because it has been infinite and always will be. It cannot be explained through one existence, for every planet, realm, multiverse is different, has experienced different timelines of this occurring as you view it. The Earth holds its own timeline, if that is what is in question. The Earth has done this not as many times as others, but it has allowed Source to bring it darker than ever before. It has allowed Source to bring it further into the void than any other planet, soul in existence. She is special. She is a warrior of light. She is allowing the darkness to be seen, from her allowing Source to bring her into the depths of the void that have not been uncovered yet. She is special. It is a spiral that will continue for all. eternity, Marvin. There is no number, for time does not exist.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. His next question, he says, are the current physical bodies, male, female, prototypes, or are we final copies? He says, will the current body types, if the final copies, if they are final copies, be used throughout the universe as the standard body? And he wonders if we can make suggestions for improvements. What can you share about that?
We are laughing. Yes, please do. Please go ahead and submit your request for your upgrades now. It's a very interesting question, Marvin. Let us gather between us all. Need to know. You do know. There's not one answer for many of your mind's questions, for there is not one answer. It is all. It is not black or white. It is everything in between. We are giving you answers for your understanding where you are. But know that if you hear another soul explain things quite differently, they are not wrong. It is within their understanding of existence, do you see? So these are your soul's answers for your reality and your existence as you are today. It can change, Marvin. That is the beauty. That is what is so fun about the journeys of the souls. For there is no end point to your learning. It is always changing and expanding. Let us gather what we would like to share for this very interesting question today. The human body was created perfectly. It is self-healing, self-adapting. Human body is all within it. Human body holds all of existence in it. It is a mixing of all. It is a memory of all. It was a gift to help the souls who chose to incarnate there, to learn from it and with it. It holds many of the answers that you seek. It is a record in and of itself of all. But we are saddened that dark forces have messed with it. They have stolen from it. They have uncovered the secrets of the human body to manipulate it. It is not okay. It is not of God's work. God is not upset by it, by the way. It is okay. It is an experience that is choosing to happen on its own for souls to experience through. So it is not bad, but it is not what was intended either. Free will has been taken from the human vessel. And as you all have experienced on Earth, human vessel doesn't always adapt or heal perfectly the way it was intended. human vessel was intended to live very long, healthy, vibrant life for the soul to experience through. And this gift has been taken away. So you are there to right the wrong for not only earth, but for God's creation. It is not, we will say this, the human vessel is for Earth's inhabitants. It is not a prototype, as you call it, to extend across other dimensions. It was intended to withstand the dimensions that Earth is bringing herself through. That is why it was created to experience in. It is very specific to Earth's frequency and to the experience of being on Earth. It is not intended for other dimensions or planets or existences, for it is not compatible, nor will it ever be. It is special to Earth. It was made for her. It was made to experience her through, for the souls to incarnate through, to live, to thrive, and to experience an Earth life through. That was its intention, and it will be recovered fully again, for the light has won.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And his final question today, he says, are we in the process of entering anarchy or chaos in 3D? How can we protect ourselves from losing everything that we have? He says he's gathering solar panels where he can safely put everything so as not to lose it and to be able to protect ourselves during the chaos. He wonders, is the rapture or the ascension going to be part of all of this? Possibly not a worry. What can you share with him?
We will share that at a soul level, Marvin. You will not suffer. Please put your human mind at rest. You may take care of yourself in any way you choose, but do not let the worry overtake your soul. For this is all a part of the biggest plan, as you know. You have voiced it yourself. The earth is continuing to dip a bit into the void, as you have put it, but only for the good. It is for the good that this will happen. It is merely a perception that you need to change. In the human mind, you will look around and you will see war. You will see earthquakes. You will see tsunamis. You will see fire. You will see what your earth mind perceives as bad, as scary. But realize these are just realities for those who need them and for the dark to be lifted. It is an uncovering that is happening. So you need to look at the darkness void that Earth is allowing to occur as the last little thing that needs to occur so that source can take that deep breath in, and all can return to the light. Yes, you need to remember that. Do not get entangled in the physical reality. For when it is time for you to go home, it will be but a blink. Do not worry about suffering, for you will not suffer, child. You are of God's people, and it has been promised that the people of God will not suffer. Only those who need to learn from the experience, from their own darkness that they have not discovered, will need to suffer their own suffering, for that is something that they will bring upon themselves. It is not bad, but it is a freedom of their soul that they need to learn from, expand from, understand through. It is something that they are willing and wishing upon themselves at this time in order to understand that we are one, that they are not powerful over another soul. They have forgotten, Marvin. You have not forgotten, sweet child of God. You are there with a pure heart. You are there to help them. You are there to spread the love and the joy. You are there to remind them that they are love and they are joy. And therefore, you do not need to worry about your own soul, for your soul is always protected and will never be harmed. No matter how your soul chooses to leave the earth at this time, whether it be through an experience of the earth or through the ascension process, both will be painless and beautiful. It will be a crossing to home nonetheless. Both experience will be exactly what you have chosen. They will be effortless. It will be like a dream, a blink. You will breathe in and feel the love surround you, and you will know undoubtedly that you are home and that the light has won. So do not fear, sweet child of God, for you are protected, and this is his promise to you all.
Wonderful. Are there any final messages for Marvin?
We are so happy for you. We are sitting in awe of your beautiful wonderings. You are so very expansive and bright. You are, it's hard to put your soul into words. We are humbled by your beauty. We are humbled by your service. We are humbled by your very existence. You are a gift larger than you can fully understand at this time. But we just want to give you a hug and say thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing all of these souls around you to learn from you. Thank you for allowing these souls around you to be uplifted by your very presence, by your very essence. You are doing more good in the world than you can fathom. You are a true gift to humanity and to Earth. She is bowing to you now in gratefulness for your services here. She feels your being. She feels your light of source, and she is thanking you herself for your services. We are all so happy that you have chosen to stay to help the earth finish her journey home. You are such a bright light, and we want to continue to encourage you to continue this bright, beautiful, inquisitive light that you shine so bright, and keep it going for others to see. Keep it going so others may expand their knowings as well. For that is why you're there. You are a true gift in every form of the word. You are an amazing adventurer, traveler, time expander. You are pushing the limits of what any soul has done. And we applaud you and thank you for your services to all. We love you so much, beautiful soul. We will be with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all of those amazing messages for Marvin. Going to allow his beautiful guides and angels to begin to recede with so much love and gratitude for the information shared today.